welcome back to AF9 Deep Truth Files. They call me Ancient. Now, today we're going to be looking at some various videos. But the first one I want to look at is etymology, the meaning behind the words that we use. Lock in, take a look at these videos. Let me know what you think. Let's go. Okay, just a sec. Here we are.
Grammar. Where does it come from? Grimoire. That's a book of magic spells. The structure of language, grammar, was originally understood as a magical system. Then there's cursive writing. We call it cursive because it creates curses. And spelling, you're casting spells. This isn't hidden. It's right there in plain sight. They just trained you to laugh it off as coincidence. But here's where it gets disturbing. In 1946, something vanished from American schools. Not prayer, not paddling. Etymology, the study of where words come from and what they actually mean. And the moment they removed it, you lost the ability to see the trap. Because when you understand what words really mean at their root, you start noticing that almost every word you use was designed to program you into accepting limitations you never agreed to. Let me prove it to you right now. There's a reason they stopped teaching etymology in 1946. Before that, every kid learned to decode words, to understand the hidden programs inside language. Then it stopped. Everywhere. All at once. They replaced it with memorization and standardized tests. Why? Because if you knew that understand literally means to stand under, to submit, you might stop saying I understand in every agreement.
Overstand.
If you knew government breaks genes to govern, meaning control, and ment, meaning mind, you might start questioning authority differently. They gave you a corrupted vocabulary and told you words don't matter. But words are spells, and they've been casting them over you your entire life. Listen, I know how that sounds. I know you're probably thinking, okay, this is going to be some weird metaphor thing. But stay with me, because what I'm about to show you isn't a metaphor at all. It's physics, it's biology, and they've systematically hidden it from you because once you understand that your words aren't describing reality, they're creating it, you become ungovernable. Here's the truth nobody's telling you. You've been doing the work, right? Like positive thinking. This means you're not lazy, and you're definitely not missing some secret ingredient. But here's what's happening. You've been using contaminated language that programs failure directly into your nervous system, and they did that on purpose. Think about it. You say, I'm trying to lose weight. What does your subconscious hear? Trying, attempting, but not succeeding. It means effort without result. You say, I want to be successful. Your body hears want, lack, desire, the state of not having. You say, I need more money. Your cells receive need, scarcity, desperation, emergency mode. Every single one of those statements is a spell, and you just cast limitation into your reality without even knowing it. Now here's what they don't want you to know. The elite study etymology like their lives depend on it. They teach their children Latin, Greek, Sanskrit, Hebrew, these ancient languages that are basically frequency codes. While they're learning to program reality, they give your kids text speak and emojis. They dumb down the vocabulary. They remove etymology from schools, and they tell you the biggest lie ever told. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's not protection. That's programming you to dismiss the most powerful force in your reality. Words aren't neutral. I need you to understand this. They're not just communication tools, they're technology, frequency technology. Every word you speak creates an electromagnetic signature. Problem is, nobody told you that thoughts don't create reality. Words do. Because thoughts are made of words, right? You can't think without language. And if your language is corrupted, your thoughts are corrupted, which means your reality is corrupted. It's that simple. And get this, spelling and casting spells aren't coincidence. But once you decode even 5 words, you can't unsee it. Mortgage. Mort means death, like mortal mortuary. Gage means pledge, like engage. A binding agreement. Mortgage equals death pledge. You're signing a death pledge, and they call it that right to your face. Pharmacy comes from pharmakia, sorcery, witchcraft. Government equals govern, control, plus meant mind, mind control. They're telling you exactly what they're doing, and you're agreeing because nobody taught you to read the code. So here's what changes once you understand this. Once you get that language is literal, reality programming technology, you gain complete linguistic sovereignty. You stop speaking unconsciously. You stop signing invisible contracts. You stop casting limitation spells over your own life. You reclaim the creative power they've deliberately hidden from you. This isn't about positive thinking. Positive thinking is surface level. It's like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. This is about understanding that you are a frequency generator broadcasting electromagnetic signatures every second. And language is how you tune that frequency. Some people manifest easily. And listen, it's not because they're more spiritual or more blessed. They just understand that every sentence is a contract with the universe. And the universe always says yes. Why decode language when you can just memorize what they tell you it means, right? Just trust us. This word means this. Don't ask where it came from. Don't ask what the roots are. Just memorize it and move on. This was coordinated. After World War II, after they saw what propaganda could do, how language could move entire nations, how words could convince people to do unspeakable things, they systematically removed linguistic literacy from education. Edward Bernays. You gotta know this name. Nephew of Sigmund Freud. Literally wrote the book on propaganda, public relations, he called it. He understood that controlling language controls populations. And his whole philosophy was this: a population that decodes language is dangerous. A population that understands etymology asks too many questions. They see through the manipulation. They recognize the spells being cast.
I hope you pick up and learn something today, people. Etymology. Look into the word, the meaning, even the word bless. Be less.
Listen, you annoy people, you irritate people just by being yourself, right? Like, you be yourself and you irritate people because they can't handle that frequency. Like that authenticity, they can't handle that. You feel what I'm saying? That frequency is too powerful for them because they faking who they is every single day, right? These people wear masks every single day. You don't wear no mask. You express yourself. You know what I'm saying? You always being yourself and you always authentic. And you might notice people have a problem with you for nothing, right? They have a problem with you for nothing. You're not doing nothing but being yourself. But you got certain motherfuckers that don't like you. It's not what you're doing. It's the frequency behind what you're doing, right?
It's because if you're vibrating high. People who vibrate high tend to be authentic because you're moving in your most authentic self. You understand that about intuition, ego, all of these things. You know the right words to use when you talk. Etymology. That's why we dropped that video first. All of these things that contributes to you being who you are. So because you're vibrating so high and these people are not so high, they will have a problem with you. You walk in the room and they don't like you for something. Your angel affects their demons. I'll leave in the simpler terms.
You probably somebody and you love to laugh, right? You just love fucking laughing. You be cracking yourself up. Everything is funny, right? But you get around certain motherfuckers and they be like, bro, why is you laughing so much? What the fuck is so funny? This and that. Why is that bothering them? You see what I'm saying? It's not the fact that it's not what you're doing. It's just, it's the vibration behind it, right? So you being too authentic, it don't matter what you like doing, bro. If you be yourself, certain motherfuckers, bots, they not gonna like you because you pushing out a authentic, a real frequency. And they
Talking about that, you know that if you should go outside and walk with a smile on your face, just be happy. People would look at you and ask you if something is wrong because you're actually walking around happy. They would ask you if something is wrong if you are happy. weird times that we're in.
Used to faking every single day. So they not used to no real energy like yours. You feel what I'm saying? So you might notice you be irritating a lot of motherfuckers. And you don't even be doing nothing but being yourself.
Exactly. You just be nothing but yourself, your true, authentic self.
Being high vibrational doesn't mean holier than thou. It is actually the opposite of that. Being a high vibrational person means you are always in the present, you are very grounded, and you have a lot of humility. Do you know why the present is called a present? Because truthfully, we are always in the here and now. Past has already passed us and the future has not happened yet. A lot of the times we fall into a lower vibration because we're clinging too much to our past hurts, or some of us have like programmed our brains to always think about the past, or the opposite, you project too far into the future to the point where you cause yourself panic because anything wrong could happen in the future. Staying in the present means staying at 0 point at neutral point. Being in the present aligns you with clarity, peace, and connection to life
Practically, you're grounded. You're grounded.
as it naturally unfolds. You are the most free of distortions of fear, of panic, of anxiety. That actually naturally raises your vibration. Why is that high vibrational? Because staying in the present, like the word present, it's a present, fosters gratitude, mindfulness, and appreciation for the present moment. This aligns you with higher vibrational energy like love and joy. Because truthfully, if you think about it, if you are in the present, you are in the very moment of the now, because time is relative. If anything, time doesn't actually exist. All you're focusing on is the here and now. That's it. And most of us during our here and now, we're just resting. We're just chilling. Even if we aren't, even if you're going through something quite tumultuous, when you're in the present, you are tackling it right now. And you are not over projecting fear into the future. You are trying to do everything you can to ground yourself right now. Obviously, we can't all be Zen Buddhists, up in the mountains praying. That's not realistic. But if every day we can become more high vibrational, so to say, to be more in the present, to be in the flow with the universe. Why is it important to experience this, to be in the flow? It's because you are doing a lot of releasing, and that makes you lighter. You are letting go of the baggage and the burdens.
Yeah, definitely.
High vibrational people do not live from the outside in. They live from the inside out because they understand that their emotional state of being is the most important thing in the entire universe, because that is what the universe reflects back unto them. They don't sit there and look at news and get so emotionally involved in what's going on in the world, because they understand that these things are illusions. The true essence of who you are is what creates the reality around you. So stay high vibrational and live inside your own world. Follow me.
Exactly. Create your own world, live inside your own lane. Stay in your own lane. Stay in your lane. You control the traffic.
The more you raise your vibration, the more people are going to think that you are better than them. And the reason for that is that when you're on a high vibration, you bring out people's insecurities. You bring out people's demons, right? And they don't like it. So when that happens, they're not going to understand why it's happening. But it's happening, right? And what they don't understand, they seek to destroy. They want to bring down. They want to, if you're a confident person, they're going to say, man, like your head is too big, or whatever it may be. So be prepared for that when you start raising your vibration. It's not that you are better than them. It's just that you are showing them a part of them that they're not able to tap in. Y'all stay tuned into the next video.
You know what's the problem with some people? Why they're scared of vibrating high? And it's because of people pleasing. You don't want them to tell you that, oh, you think that you're better than them. So I'm better than me. I'm competing with me. I'm improving me. I'm going inside and doing all the shadow works. I'm fixing myself to become the best version of myself. And whilst I'm doing that, here you come, trying to tear me down. But I'm not into the people pleasing. I'm trying to be authentic right here. I am being authentic right here. Not even trying. I am being authentic. And I'm just moving up levels. I'm just stepping up the ladder to become the best version of myself. I'm not people pleasing. I'm doing everything that makes me happy. As long as I don't bring harm to anyone, you get me? And I'm in balance with the universe as well. Yo, kudos to you, whatever you want to think about me. That's your business. Whatever you think about me, that's your business, none of my business. You get me? But you won't stop me on my journey. Hell no, it won't go to happen.
are signs of a high vibrational person. This is a person that you want to keep on your team because they legit, they solid. Their energy is calm. They don't have to yell, manipulate, or dominate. Their presence naturally calms your nervous system. You feel safe around them. Not because they say it, because your body feels it. They communicate with honesty and clarity. No games, no hot and cold, no passive aggression. If they feel something, they say it. If there's an issue, they address it. If they love you, you'll never have to wonder. They take accountability. They apologize when they're wrong. They own up to their mistakes they do work on themselves instead of
Unpopular opinion. She's talking about a Virgo. She's talking about Virgos.
projecting that negative shit onto others. Growth is a lifestyle for them, baby, not a trend. Next, they have emotional intelligence. This is a huge one. They know how to hold space for your emotions. They can handle your vulnerability without shutting down. They regulate themselves without lashing out. They give comfort, not confusion. They are self-aware. They know their patterns. They confront their demons or have confronted their demons. They continue to evolve. They don't need to be saved. They protect their peace. They don't gauge in negativity. They set boundaries early and they hold on to that shit. When they say some shit, they mean that. And if you're not trying to get up to their
boundaries, you need to learn to set boundaries. Boundaries come from knowing your self-worth. Once you know your worth, the boundaries will become automatic. You do it without even knowing. You know, it says one thing. You see, if you're a person who normally buys nice things for themselves, you treat yourself well, you're properly groomed. You notice that when you have friends around you, if they're buying you gifts, they have to keep up with that. But if you treat yourself bad, that's the same way they will treat you. Say if you got a dirty car and people come in your car and they see the stuff on the floor, they will, if they're eating, they will throw stuff on the floor. They see that you keep your car nice, they won't be eating in your car. They'll be asking twice, asking 1,000,001 questions. Well, can I eat this? Can I smoke? No. You got rules and they have to follow. They have to abide by these rules.
Expectations of how they want you to be when they set those boundaries, you can get the fuck on. They are very selective of who they allow in their energy. They don't have a lot of people around them. They don't entertain a lot of people. And if they entertain you, best believe you got one strike, and when you fuck up, that's it. You feel seen by them, not just heard, not just tolerated. A lot of y'all are just fucking tolerated, but you feel genuinely understood, loved, and accepted by them.
Exactly. You mentioned about tolerated. As a high vibrational person, you go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Know the difference? Moving that flow.
They are intentional with their words, with their time, with their energy, with their relationship. Everything gotta have a fucking purpose. And if it doesn't have a purpose, they not gonna fuck with you. I gotta understand, a lot of y'all waste y'all energy, time, and years on people that don't fucking matter. I don't care if it's a family member or friend. If I feel like you wasting my fucking time, you gotta go. They don't breadcrumb or leave people guessing. When you're dealing with somebody with high vibrational energy, you're gonna know straight up what the fuck they want from you and what they don't want from you. They're not gonna lead you on. They're not gonna trail you along. You're going to fucking know. They either move with purpose or they don't move at all. Why they are rare? Because real healing, real self-awareness is uncomfortable. It forces people to face their own darkness. It requires discipline, shadow work, accountability. See, most people run from discomfort, avoid accountability, fear losing control, cling to their ego, want the appearance of their growing, but they don't do the work. The healing costs you your old identity. And most people aren't ready to lose who they think they are, even if it's fucking toxic. See, most people want the love and the energy of a high vibrational person, which is why when you meet a high vibrational person, it's super rare. It's sacred, it's peaceful, it's magnetic. Because ain't no hidden agendas with them. No draining energy exchange. You actually feel super heightened, better when you're around somebody with a high vibrational energy. They don't do no confusion, no mixed signals. You're going to know exactly what they want. Also, high vibrational people are spiritual mirrors. They reflect when you're strong. They reflect when you still need growth. They elevate people around them without even trying. But most importantly, high vibrational people feel safe. And sadly, some people are not used to what safe love feels like. And that's why they lose out on these type of people.
See, if you want to meet a high vibrational person, you become that person. Be that person. Be the man in the mirror.
High frequency person, I'm going to show you exactly how you can see spirit guides around you. You will also be able to see the spirit guides of other people walking around you. And there's another special thing that you're going to see. I'll tell you later on in the video. Do this in the daytime when it's really bright outside. You can do it early morning as well, but the sun has to be out. What you need to do is find a place that has a tree. It can be like the one behind me, but preferably those with leaves. You need to be able to be facing the sun. Watch the sun through the trees. This is very important because you don't want to watch the sun directly. Make sure you're able to see the sun through the trees. Watch the sun until the sun turns various colors, like turquoise. In some instances, the sun may even dance. After you're done, for a few moments, you're going to be able to experience the most wonderful thing. You will be able to see spirits around you. And you will also notice other people's spirit guides. Remember I told you that there's something beautiful.
Remember when growing up, they always told us, don't look at the sun, it will blind you and stuff like that. No, sun gazing is real.
Beautiful that you'll be able to see as well. We'll realize that birds have their own spirits as well. Each bird that passes by, you will see that this bird is accompanied by a spirit. If you've ever experienced something magical relating to nature, drop it in the comments. Let us know.
Good. Thanks everyone for sticking around for the videos by AF9 Deep Truth Files. Definitely, we'll be looking into some high vibrational videos today, and we're looking into the etymologies of some words. So tell a friend, like, comment, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Peace.